All right, everyone, welcome to Lab 100 of the Container Native Application Development Workshop. In this lab, we're going to containerize our first Java microservice. And to do this, we're going to assume the persona of our DevOps engineer, Chip. Chip's going to do a couple things in this lab. First, he's going to connect out to GitHub and fork our Java microservice codebase. Next, he'll connect into Worker and build his first workflow. Inside of the workflow, we'll create several pipeline steps to build, test, and publish this code base into the Docker registry. To begin with today, we're going to use our Linux client image just as a baseline so everyone can have the same experience in the lab. And we're going to start by connecting into GitHub. Inside of GitHub, we're going to sign in to our own personal account. And we show you how to create one of these accounts if you don't have one. But for the sake of time today, I'm just going to connect in as myself. And the first thing I'm going to do is fork the Twitter feed microservice code base. So we'll go ahead and click the fork button. Now once forked, we're going to open a new tab and we're going to connect into Worker. Now if you don't have a Worker account, we show you how to create that as well. But for the sake of time today, I will connect in as myself. Now once inside Worker, one of the things that you're going to want to check is that your settings are configured correctly. So you'll go to your settings tab and Git connections and make sure that you're connected to your GitHub account where you forked the code earlier. After that, we're going to add an application. We're going to select GitHub as our repository. We're going to choose our Twitter feed code base and click Next. We'll keep our defaults here, and finally we'll click Create. All right, we have our first application. Now if we click on the Workflows tab, we can see that Worker's tying into GitHub. And we're going to actually now build our first pipeline step. So our pipeline step in this case will be called push release. All right, now as we move forward, we're going to add a new step to our workflow. And this time we're going to select our push release pipeline. Now we're going to go back out to GitHub, and one of the things we're going to do is create a new file. This will be our configuration file called WorkerDML. That'll contain all the steps that we need to execute for our pipeline application. A couple things to notice here. You notice the very first piece or the very first step is called a box. What this is doing is reaching out to Docker Hub and telling it to grab the OpenJDK image, and that's what we're going to use as our starting point for creating this container. Next, we're going to execute a build, and you may remember seeing this on our page, and our build is simply going to install Maven into the box and then do a Maven clean assembly on our code base itself. Now, if we scroll down the page and hit commit this file, Worker will actually monitor GitHub, and it'll spawn this workflow to execute as soon as it sees a new commit. So to view this execution taking place, we can actually click on our Runs tab, and we can see the build running. Now this build will fail because we haven't configured our push release yet, but we just wanted you to see it executing or see its tie-in from Worker to Git. Now at any point in time, you can click into the build itself and you can see the various steps that you defined in your YAML file. Now to proceed to our push release, one of the things we're going to need to do is set up some environment variables that will enable us to connect into Docker Hub. There's 6 variables that we'll need to create here. And once created, we can proceed into a new tab and actually connect into Docker Hub itself. If you don't have an account, we show you how to create one. But if you do have an account, you simply need to log in and create a new repository. Our repository name will be Twitter-feed. Here we can see it's created. Once it's created, let's go back into GitHub, and we're going to go back into our YAML file and add a few steps. So we'll click on the pencil icon there, and we're going to paste in some more execution code. In this case, we're going to paste in what we want to happen for our push release. Now, one of the things that I want you to notice here is that we do have a command in there called internal Docker push. This is a command written inside of Worker that will take everything and push it up into a new image on Docker Hub. Now we're going to commit our changes, and we'll go back to Worker and watch this run once again. There's our build. Here's our push release executing, and we can see it pushed everything up into Docker Hub successfully. And if we go back to Docker Hub and just refresh the page real quick, or click on the tags, we can see that we have a new image up there that's 318 megabytes. And that concludes Lab 100.